Hi guys, previously we talked about how to add snoot effects onto our photos in Adobe Photoshop. But today we are going to be looking at how we can create one. This is Twisted Creative. Adobe Man is my name. If it's your first time on this channel, please do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Not only by hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Without wasting much time, let's just jump into it. So this is a pretty model we are going to be using, and we don't have anything to place on the background, but what are we going to do now? We have to create one. So our first thing we have to do, use our Ctrl N to bring out our new document. Then go to this pixel area and choose inches, change it to inches. Then the width, we are going to change it to 5, and the height is going to be 5. Then the resolution should be, let's say, 600, so that it's going to be thick and strong, because we are going to save it for other images also. So we are hitting create now. We have it on transparent background now. Then what we'll do is to change this background into black, so that we'll be able to distinguish between what we are doing and the background. So we are going to go by making sure our foreground here is black, because we are choosing black. Hit OK. Then you go to paint bucket and click on the box. It has turned into black. So the next thing we'll do here is choose our elliptical marquee tool and use it to drag a circle. And no, we are not going to drag it on the background. Rather, we're going to create a new empty layer. We are going to create a new empty layer and use the marquee tool to drag the background on the empty layer. Then after which, we are going to go to our paint bucket also and make sure our foreground color is white. Then hit OK. Then we'll click on the circle. We'll have a white circle. Then we are going to deselect with Ctrl D. Then I go back to my selection tool, my move tool, and we can reposition the circle. But in other words, there is a way we can use ruler as guide. If you check the top side of Photoshop and the left side, you see you have ruler on them. But if you don't have ruler, use your Control arrow to, you can use it to hide the ruler. You can use it to reveal the ruler. So if you are not seeing it in your Photoshop, you can just use your Control I to bring it, a Control arrow to bring it out. So we have to drag a ruler and place it in the middle of this circle. Like we are going to use the original, make sure you select the original background and place the ruler on the middle. So we have the center. Then you choose this, you select the circle and place it in the center. Make sure this box matches on the middle of the line. Then this box also enter the middle of the line. So we are going to be making a pattern on this particular circle to make it a little bit pop and unique. So we're going to use Ctrl J to duplicate this particular circle and hold our Alt. Then the top layer of the duplicate, we'll have to drag it and make it a little bit smaller. Then we'll press enter. But in here now, we cannot differentiate between the top layer and the bottom layer of the circle, two circles. So what we are going to do now, we're going to use our levels, Ctrl L to bring out our levels. Then these output levels will take the white side, the bright side, then pull it down a little. We can just make it a little bit grayish. Then just hit OK. Now we have a circle like this. You can select both of them by holding Ctrl and selecting the other one, and use Ctrl E to merge them together. Now we now have a particular circle. It's just one circle now. We can move it up and we can move it down. Let's say duplicate with Ctrl J. Then we are going to reduce the size of the top one to, we are going to reduce the size of the top circle to be something like this. Is okay. Then we are going to place, let's just leave it here, so that I'm going to be picking it from there to arrange. Then I press enter. Then I use Ctrl J to duplicate, like, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, let's just start spreading this circle. Let's put one here. Make sure it's well aligned and straightened, because we are using this. Let's select auto select, then have to keep picking them. I have to first of all place them on the edges of the ruler so that you get the accurate arrangement. Now we have the first side. We are going to go for, you are going to use this edge to target the place that you are going to leave this other one. Then on this other side, you use this edge to just kind of target where you're going to place it. Then those other ones will be giving you guide to place. Then we'll have it like this. This guide has revealed itself, so we'll have to place somewhere like this. And after which, if we go for the next one, it's going to be a kind of, you see the guide there, so we'll have it to leave it this way. Then we'll start again by placing somewhere here. Just have to do something creative. It's just coming from the mind. So let's just do something. I think we'll have to place this here, then another one here, just like that. I think this one should come in a little. Then you use your direction key to position them. Then this one has to be here. Then this guy has to be here. Can nudge up, down, left or right to position them, reposition them. So we have them like this. I think we are almost done. So we believe we are almost done, if not done for this. Now we have finished arranging it. Then what are we going to do? The next thing we are going to do, we are still going to duplicate this big circle again. We are going to duplicate it again with Ctrl J. We have a copy of the, look at it under here. So layer 2 is duplicated. This we have layer 2 number 2. So we have it like this now. We are going to add effects. This FS here, we're going to add stroke. Then this stroke, at least like 16 should be okay, and it should be white. Let's hit OK for this white on 16, and it should be inside. Then hit OK. Then what are we going to do with that stroke? Let me reduce this other one first, the original circle. I have to reduce it now to, let's say, I have to hold my Alt and drag it down to a particular level first. I'll leave it here first, then hit OK, enter. Then this other circle that we placed effect on, we have to use our fill, reduce our fill down, all the way down. Hope you are not getting confused. Okay, let's go. So we have to reduce the fill of, like, the fill will bring back the circle. So we have to reduce this fill to 0 to leave just the outline for us. We just need the outline for the design. Okay, so what we'll do next is for us to see whether this other circle is well placed or not. We can just increase it a little by holding our Alt and drag it up a bit. I think it's okay like this. Then what we have to do now is just for us to put everything together. Have it there. We have a pattern. Have a kind of pattern. Okay, let's say from here now, we'll select here and go to the ending. Hold our shift down and click the last one. We have everything selected except the black background. Then now we are going to use our Ctrl E to merge everything except the black background. As you can see, we have the black background on its own separate layer. Then you can move this thing around. We'll have it. So like this now, it can be used by anybody. Okay, let me just disable this. We'll have it on a transparent background. See, it's very, very easy. It is not amazing. So we'll have to save this I have to save this to, let me save it to where I save snoots, whatever, snoot effects, and just give it FG. Think it's okay by me. Then I hit OK. Now we are going to put this thing into use. Now we are going to pick this from here to our model. Boom. So we have it here. So what are we going to be using it for on our model? That is background effect, background lights. Okay, let's just see what we'll be able to do with it. But before you use, make sure your effects you are going to like. We are going to blur this thing. In short, we can still distort it. But if you know you save it and you want to use it like this, and you want to share with your friends, you can just leave it like this so that your friend will distort or blur as much as he or she. Let's blur, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Then if you put it up a bit, you notice, I think it's fine like this. You can see, I think it's okay like this. Then you go to your blend mode and look for something good. Look for something good. You can see overlay is still okay. Let's just see how overlay looks. So we are going to do it in a fast way. Like in this other tutorial, you will see how the processes you can use in removing this stuff from the face of the model. So let's go. We have to select the image and take this and do it fast, the fast way. Then after it has select, you have to just delete feather and use 3. And no, we are not deleting on the image. We are going to be deleting on the background effect. So hit delete. Like 2 times should be okay. Then use your Control D to deselect. Now look at what we got. But if you feel you can distort it, you can just go ahead and let's go back and say this is, let's distort by dragging, holding our control down, then drag it to any level you want, anyhow you want it. You can just say, let me do it this way. Then you have something like this, then you can just blow it up. So you have it like this, still almost the same thing but different style. So we have to take our selection, our object selection tool, and grab it once. Then no, just feather with 3 and delete on the effect, delete on the pattern. So have it like 2 times deleting will be okay. Then you have your image like this. Isn't it amazing? I don't know if we can do something else, we can try out something else, but for now I think there's no time. I would have done another great and good example, but if you know you're okay with this, you can skip. But if you know you can follow ahead, you can go ahead. And let's just do another example. Like I use Ctrl N and create a new document, select my inches and make it 5 by 5, then resolution 600, then I hit create. Then in this one I'm going to change the background also to black, change here to black, and I'm going to use a paint bucket to pour the black on this background and create a new layer. Then with that new layer, I take my marquee tool and create something like this. Like this is fine. Then I carry my paint bucket again and change my background to white, and I click OK. Then I click inside to fill it with the white background. So we have this, for example. If you want to duplicate this, you are not going to use Ctrl J and start placing them one by one. It's going to be difficult for you to get a very accurate arrangement. So rather you delete this. You have to use Ctrl J and go inside. In short, we are going to change the color first. Use your Ctrl L. We are going to change the top layer and create this gray looking stuff. Then after creating it, you have to hold your shift and drag, reduce the size. You can position it in the middle. You can nudge with your direction key to the middle. So have it like this. Now we are going to be merging these two together with, I select one, hold my control and select the next one, then use Control E to merge it together before we take the next step, which is recording and pasting. So we have to do that again, which is hit enter, then Control Alt T. Then it has recorded copy. It has copied and it has recorded copy. And I'm going to move it. It's still going to record the movement I made. The spacing is going to record it. And if I hit enter now, then if I hold my Control Alt and add shift to it this time and continue pressing, it's going to duplicate them into however you want it. So we are going to be using it like this now. Then we are going to use this last, let's make more to, so added to, so these two bottom one, we are going to straighten them up, hold your shift and turn rotate, then you can reduce the size. In short, let's just make use of this particular one. We'll have to bring it like this, and can use Ctrl J to duplicate this time, then we'll have it like this. Then after making all this, just select the uppermost one and go to the bottom apart from the background and choose the last one. Then use your Ctrl E to merge them all. So we'll now have them as like this. Then if we delete this background now, or we disable this background, we'll have it like this. Isn't it amazing? Then we are still going to take it to the same model and move it to here. Meanwhile, we are going to disable this other one. I'm going to distort this by holding my control and pin the bottom part. Like, okay, let's say, let me not do it this way. Let's do it otherwise, the other way around. No, the other circular one, we did it almost the same way, but let's change this. So like this now, we have perspective. And when you shoot with like something like prime lens, you shoot with prime lens, you notice that gradually you'll be having blur after the image. You'll be having a kind of blur from normal to medium, from medium to more blur. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to blur this stuff like that. I normally use feed blur, but I want to make it fast. But the another way you can do it is just drag around this like this, and use your, you know what this rectangular marquee tool, you use it to drag around, then feather with like, let's say 500 should be okay. Then hit OK. Then go to your filter, blur, then Gaussian blur. Then you see the gradual blur goes as it goes. So let's just hit OK by 12. I think it's okay. Then this other side, you have to select this particular area, considering where the image is going to rest. You know, where the image is going to be sharp. So from there, it's going to be blowing gradually. So we have to select this area and feather with 100 and hit OK. Then with this, now you can just go to your filter and do same. Then reduce it this time around. It's not going to be as blur as the other side. So we'll have it like this. Isn't it amazing? Then all you have to do is just go to your blend mode and change it to whichever blend mode you feel you can use and enjoy. Let's see, I think this should be final. Let's say difference. Wow, I think this one is divide is very, very beautiful. Let's say okay here. Then if you want to expand it or you want to pull it up a bit, you can do, but I think I like it like this. So all you have to do is select your image and go to your object selection tool, then just drag around it. Once it hits, you don't really need to be too precise on the selection. Then you have to select the effect, the pattern, then you feather with like 5 or 3, hit OK, then just hit delete. You no longer see it on the image, then it has gone to the back. So let's see what we have. So this is what we have from the original image. It has turned into something else. That is a very unique way. You can always change your shots. Mostly you guys that are using plain background, you can just tweak it a bit to tell your customer I have something new for you. That is it. Those of you that are using photography as a business, but if you want to have fun or you are a kind of passionate photographer, you have to just continue doing what you are doing. All of us are creators, so just keep creating. So this is it. Let's see the before and after. Let's focus on it very well. This is before, this is after, this is before, and this is after. Isn't that amazing? I think it is. So this is it. Let's see. Let's check the other one anyway, because we've not done the before and after. Let's put it on and see. So this is the other design. This is after, and this is before. This is after, this is before. This is before, and this is after. This is before, and this is after. Is it not amazing? Yes, that's a very easy way you can create and save background effects in Adobe Photoshop. If you find it interesting, helpful, and useful, give us a like, and also leave a comment below telling us how it has helped you and where we need to improve on. Like I said earlier, if you are new on this channel, please do me a favor. Do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Not only by hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Thanks for watching today's video, Creative Pro. Keep on creating. Please stay creative. Continue creating. See you in the next video. Bye for now.